Welcome to a deep dive into some of the world's coolest excavators built right here in the Netherlands. While most people visiting Amsterdam enjoy the scenery, shopping, and other stuff, we're here to see Dutch equipment company Van Tunin and learn how they build their globe-trotting triple boom excavators. With the Dutch reclaiming 20% of the country's total landmass from previously uninhabitable land and 26% of the country being below sea level, it's safe to say they're the global experts in coastal defense and marine construction work. But marine construction comes with complexities not encountered on land, mainly involving the whole water thing. Whether you're dredging navigation channels or building new seawalls, water limits access to the work itself, meaning it usually requires a special breed of machine. Van Tunin started in 1959 as a contractor and then began modifying standard excavators for marine construction work, first by cutting an excavator's boom in half. With that, the triple boom was born. Nowadays, Van Tunin triple booms work in places like Dubai, the Caribbean, East Asia, Africa, and across Europe. I promise we have plenty of footage of these machines working on the water coming your way. But first, let's begin our visit at a power plant outside of Amsterdam. So this is all coming off the power plant.
Yeah, so this is coming from the power plant and it will be supplied by trucks who are driving almost 24/7 because the power plant is running for 24/7.
Do you run this 24/7?
No, we're just running that on a 12 hours shift for 5 days in the week. That's just enough to keep the plant up and running.
I promise we have some big machines coming, but consider this today's warm-up. Unlike America, where we bury our trash, the Europeans often transform theirs to power and heat, like at this facility in the Netherlands. The process is simple. Overnight, the plant crews stockpile material for Van Tunin to process during the day shift. They use a 340 long-reach excavator to scoop material from the nearby stockpile and slowly feed it into the plant, beginning the processing. The material travels by conveyor underneath a giant rotating magnet, which pulls any ferrous metals. Then it's hauled to a scrap processor, which melts it down for recycling. The remainder of the material rolls onto a screen deck composed of augers, which pulls the big pieces off the top and leaves the smaller pieces to fall through and pile up on the other side. A loader manages both piles, with the bigger pieces returning to incineration for additional power. The smaller pieces end up in a large stockpile managed by another 352 long-reach excavator. Eventually, this stuff will serve as base material for construction projects around the Netherlands. Now let's get to the Van Tunin shop, only a short drive away, where all the magic happens.
One of the shops.
6015 just hanging out, huh?
Yep.
After briefly chatting with Mr. and Mrs. Van Tunin, we headed to the yard to catch their latest monster machine build. I thought the 6015 triple boom we saw last year in Denmark was the biggest I would ever see, but I was happily wrong. Meet the Van Tunin Hitachi 1900 triple boom.
started out here in 2012, and then we had only 5 machines.
Wow.
So then we thought the yard was big enough.
Yeah,
so
now it's not. Huh?
My excuses for being a little bit messy because it's getting a little bit out of hand here in the yard.
That was the first time I've seen a 6015 in the parking lot.
Yeah, right, yeah. Well, this is the 1900.
Yeah.
Like you can see.
So you get
Today, Junior?
the base machine from Hitachi
We bought this one used.
used.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And then we stripped it completely to
But
the
it-
last bolt and nut.
It was a standard
It was a standard.
1900 for like a
correct.
quarry or something.
Yeah, correct.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah. And then we rebuilt it and modified it to the wishes of our customer.
Okay. So you built this machine for the job.
Yeah. Yeah, basically, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah. And that's our power to modify these machines
Yeah.
for our customers,
Okay.
like Pascalis, for Nord, all the dredging companies.
Yeah.
You know.
But so they go to you because you can build the machine they need, you maintain it for the project,
Correct. Yeah. Yeah.
and then they can turn it back in at the end.
Yeah.
You can take it back,
Yeah.
modify it again.
If
For whatever's
needed,
next,
or
yeah,
whatever.
Okay.
So yeah.
Well, I guess we can walk around it,
Yeah, sure.
see what you guys have done.
Yeah, we can do.
Yeah.
Before going any further, it's worth introducing Klaus, one of the masterminds behind these machines. We first met him last year in Denmark, where he showed off Van Tunen's wares. And funny enough, his brother's also well known in the equipment industry, serving as a Klondike gold miner with an equally impressive beard. I don't have beard envy at all.
The original cylinders were mounting over there.
Yeah.
So we put a bigger frame in there, also for the third cylinder, and we give it a little bit more spread so it has a little bit more lifting power.
Interesting, really. So that is where the cylinders were originally mounted?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
These are the same tracks, though.
The tracks are the same, yeah. Yeah, we didn't do anything to this. We only lengthened the
Yeah.
track frame
Yeah.
a little bit.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah, it's a lot longer from this perspective.
Yeah.
Holy smokes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is the cab higher on this machine?
No, that's
It's the same.
original. Yeah,
Okay.
that's original. Yeah, yeah.
It's just the whole machine is higher.
Yeah, just because of them widening beams,
Yeah.
it just came higher up
Yeah.
a little bit, so we have to modify the ladder also
Yeah.
to get on there.
Oh, I see. Yeah, you have to extend the ladder out a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And make that, how you call that flat spot in there, just to get over the tracks, right?
Okay.
But,
And you can drive a forklift comfortably underneath it?
yeah, no problem. Yeah, you won't hit your head on the counterweight.
No, I don't struggle with that in general, though.
No.
Yeah. And then, like you were saying before, a lot more counterweight.
Yeah, like this one is the original counterweight over
Yeah.
here.
Yeah.
And we added these two to extra to it. So,
So like twice the counterweight, roughly?
yeah, somewhere around there. Yeah.
The full concrete or what?
No, solid.
Solid?
Solid steel.
Fall off.
Yeah, the plan is to have our barbecue over here.
It would be a good barbecue spot.
Nice
yeah.
spot, right?
Yeah.
To have a barbecue.
Yeah, especially in France on the water.
Yeah. You know, glass of wine.
Summer, yeah. yeah. So this is not standard.
No, that's not standard.
So this would be attached to here.
Normally, yes.
You've added this.
Yeah, correct. Yeah, correct. Yeah.
Okay. So this is original engine.
Yes.
Does this have one or two engines?
Just one engine.
Just one?
Yeah. 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 One
Okay.
engine.
So same engine, but you have to add hydraulic pumps?
No, yeah, for some functions we add one more pump, Frank, eh?
Yeah, one pilot pump.
Another pump?
Medium pressure pump for 200 bar.
Okay.
Yeah.
For the stairs, extra stair, the
Rotation function.
rotation function.
Yeah.
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 And the quick hits.
Okay.
That's all not original.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that's not too much more you have to add then.
Install
No.
it quick, then it's not much.
Yeah,
No.
yeah.
When you will install then.
But to do it is a different
Yeah.
story. Yeah, I see.
Yeah. So you have 3 valve blocks
Yeah.
and it has 3 tandem pumps. So 2 pumps for each valve block.
Okay.
Originally it has 2 stick cylinders, 2 bucket cylinders. So we took one for the triple cylinder, modified it a little bit,
Yeah.
you know, so to make that happen.
Do you have to change the pressure at all since it's going further?
No.
Or that's
No.
It doesn't. Yeah, you don't need to, huh?
No. Pressure is still the same what it
Yeah.
is original. The pumps are made for that, so you shouldn't adjust that because in the long run that will give you problems. You know, and yeah.
And you guys do the engineering on all this yourselves?
Yeah.
Figure it all out? Yeah.
Yeah, figure it all out ourselves. Yeah.
Pretty amazing. Okay.
Yeah.
I guess we could walk upstairs.
Sure.
I mean, we're already upstairs. We're just going upstairs. Oh, you have the pedals on this one.
Yeah.
I see. So the pedals are what's working.
One is for the triple and the other one is for the extra function.
Okay, and that the extra function would be like a grabber or whatever.
Yeah. Yeah, correct. Yeah. Yeah. Right,
So-
Frank?
Yeah.
Yep.
So you still have your stick. So you still have your stick and your boom. The triple runs what those cylinders?
Yeah, the 2 on top there. Yeah.
Up top.
Yeah,
Yeah.
correct.
Okay.
Yeah.
But everything else is standard. So you still have your stick, boom,
Yeah.
swing,
Yeah.
Yes.
bucket,
Only,
like you would otherwise.
yeah. Only your triple is by the pedal.
Interesting.
Yeah.
That's pretty unique.
Yeah.
You guys have all kinds of fun stuff laying around here too.
That's why it's so fun to work here.
After a detailed run through of the machine, it was time to fire it up.
Yeah, you
Now for a lap around the yard to see their other fun projects. I have never seen a yard so chock full of machines, buckets, and components. Every machine here is a different project for a different customer, from new units awaiting customization to returning units requiring complete rebuilds. Van Tunin mechanics make it all happen right here, rebuilding engines, fabricating new components, and piecing everything together for testing before shipping to projects worldwide.
This one is for the new 6015.
What is? Oh,
The jug.
what is it?
It's for the first part, you know, where we're going to replace the boom in.
Oh, okay.
So then we have here clamshells, rock buckets, sorting grabs, all different kind of buckets, you know, from a 330 till a 1900 standard, in all kind of sizes and types.
6015 on a pallet.
6015.
Yeah. Strapped down with some ratchet straps.
We just changed the slewing ring a few weeks ago.
Yeah.
So now this one is waiting for the paint job.
For those of you that don't know, a 6015B is Caterpillar's smallest mining class excavator. Yep, mining. From factory, these machines weigh over 300,000 pounds and can manage a bucket of about 10 cubic yards. So seeing multiple of these monsters just laying around the yard was quite the sight.
Oh, you'll
So
repaint
that's what
it.
we do normally. Yeah? All the machines who have been on the project, we want to have it back here in the Netherlands, in Beverwijk. Then we just
Go through it.
go through it and make sure that it is up and running for the next project, you know?
Was this one of the ones in Denmark?
Yeah, exactly. We also have some smaller ones, you know, like a 340 long reach,
It's cute.
double room. Yeah. Orange peels.
Make the other place in the cold.
Yeah, this is
Yeah.
for the D8.
Yeah, built up.
And on the back you find the buckets for the 1900 standard configuration for the mining. Here you find the 340 double boom.
And then
But
you have all the standard booms.
Yeah, we have in the
here?
yard, you know, because when we're going to sell the machine after 10, 15, 20,000 hours, then we just sell it like a standard configuration. This one was working for 4 years in Denmark, came back, repainted, and now we're just waiting for the next job. Build it up as a triple boom configuration, and then here's some hydraulic braking hammers for the 390, 6015s, and for the 1900.
So if you were to sell it, you would put the normal stick and boom back on and just...
We're not going to sell our triple booms because that's our brand.
Yeah. Yeah, so you'll only rent the triple booms, you won't sell them.
No.
As much as possible.
That's quite good.
Yeah.
But that's our business as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because one of your customers could buy it, and then now...
Yeah, they would like to buy it,
Yeah,
you know.
yeah.
And a lot of companies that come to us and say, "Can you buy a triple boom?" It's like, no, you can hire one.
I see.
That's easier for the market, for selling.
Another 6015.
And that's a brand new 6015 actually. It just arrived last December. But because of the French project, you know, we are just running a little bit out of time and people, so we just parked here for the moment. So
It's just hanging out, huh? It's a lot of machine.
still,
Wow.
it's also different than the ones we have already.
I
you
was
know?
gonna say, that one, it looks a lot higher. A lot higher.
Yeah, but here you go again. The extension beams make it a
Yeah.
little bit higher also.
So you're waiting to... You're gonna build that one,
Yeah.
but you just need the time
Yeah, exactly.
and space.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you needed the 1900 first, and then you could do the other stuff.
Yeah.
And there's another 1900 that just came back. That has
That
to
you
go
need
through
to-
the workshop first before it can go. Everything has to go through here.
This is like when you was here like in November, December.
Yeah.
We had like the 2000, the
Yeah.
1900,
Yeah.
a 395, another 395, and a D6 standing here.
Yeah, you guys are short on space.
Well, just a bit,
we
no?
are.
And then here we have like a new 395. This one is also prepared for. He did some works in Denmark with an MA configuration with a 7 cubes bucket on it, and he was just loading 25 dump trucks,
Oh, really?
like continue. And then we have our paint shop, so all the counterweights, all the boomsticks, we can do our own paint job in case
Yeah.
we want. Here we have the engine of the third 1900
Yeah.
with the cabin.
So
it's like what we said earlier, you know, the machine came back from like a half year work,
Yeah.
and then it's coming here, and then we recheck everything, you know. Check the fuel system, then we talk with the mechanics who've been there on site from, hey, did you have some major problems or facing any whatever, and then we're just going to recheck it and just make sure when we have a client and he says, do you want a machine, then the machine is just like in good condition, you know. So yeah, this is a little bit our playground, you know.
Well, I'm glad our timing was good on the 1900.
Hey, you're lucky because tomorrow Guillaume is coming for the in-survey, and then by Monday, Tuesday we're going to break it off.
Yeah.
After the quick tour, we unfortunately had to go to the airport, but fortunately, we have a ton of footage from last year's trip to Denmark. While the super LGP dozers, long reach excavators, and material handler with extendable cab were neat, the star of the show on this project was Van Tunen's monster 6015B triple boom. Boasting a 200-ton operating weight, 813 horsepower, and 35 meters, or 115 feet of reach, this machine is perfect for large machine construction projects like the Fehmarn Belt Fixed Link. And if you want to learn more about this project, we have a whole other video explaining it here. As Klaus explained to us at the shop, the triple boom configuration allows for work far away and close to the machine depending on the operator's needs. Traditional long reaches can work far away, but they struggle in the intermediate and short distances. And yes, it has a smaller bucket than usual, as the standard 6015 bucket would make the machine unstable at distance, even with all the additional counterweight. Thank you to Van Tunin and Pond Caterpillar for having us today. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did. Please subscribe if you did. We've got tons more coming. We'll see you next time. Stay dirty.